A Lexington daycare owner is fighting the state's decision to shut her down. Lavshenda Howard opened the Amazing Journey Child Care Center back in January.
And 6 months later, she was closed. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy investigates Howard's claims that not all of the state's rules are black and white.
Here is my 1-year-old cubbies and my 1-year-old room.
Lavshenda Howard had been planning and putting together this daycare for years.
Our kitchen area, book, our arts and crafts.
How long had it been a dream of yours to open your own child care center?
Since I was a little girl. I grew up in foster care. So I wanted to be that home away from home outlet. I wanted to be able to teach kids at a young age to express themselves and, you know, not want to lash out, not be angry, to basically be who they are and show them that it's okay.
Walking into each room now feels far different than it did when she opened back in January.
And this is my 2- and 3-row room. Everything's left the same of the day that I had to walk away. I feel like I'm having anxiety. Just to know that I worked so hard for something that was taken away from me. I feel like I can't breathe sometimes. Just coming back and trying to add more stuff to it because I believe that I will be able to open back up. I have moments where I break down and I cry.
2 months after opening, the daycare owner welcomed a new family into the center. Shortly after, on a Friday, she noticed one of the children had dry patches on her head and a bruise.
When you noticed the bruising, you called your child care aware coach.
Mm-hmm.
What were your feelings when you reached out to them? Were you worried about this child? Were you nervous about what was happening?
Well, I'm always nervous. You know, my child care aware coach said, oh, you know, kids play, they fall down, they get hurt at a park. She kind of shifted how I felt or perceived it to be. So I said, you know, this is innocent, you know. Well, that Monday I call her again and I'm like, this is urgent, please call me. She calls back. I said that she has a bruise on her bottom. I don't know, it has like a scratch in the middle, but it's purple on the side. She says, well, it's your call. What do you feel? I said, I feel like I should make the report. She says again, you're black owned, you're young. If you start throwing around CPS, you're not gonna have kids. Parents are not gonna wanna put their kids in your facility, and the state's gonna come in, throw the book at you and close you.
Howard's coach, her mentor that helped her open her center, worked for Child Care Aware. That is an organization that is managed by the Human Development Institute at UK.
We asked them about Howard's claims. A spokesperson for the university sent a statement saying, in part, the Child Care Aware representative advised Lavshenda Howard that she was required to report any possibility of suspected child abuse and that this conversation was confirmed by the Child Care Aware representative's supervisor and that they, quote, have repeatedly and consistently conveyed the information that refutes Howard's claims. Howard did reach out to Child Protective Services that Monday evening. Their investigation weeks later is where the state's story and Howard's differ.
All I know is there's a child here at my facility with a bruise. She came in Friday with a bruise, she came in Monday with a bruise, and I needed to be looked into.
In the letter revoking Howard's child care center license, state inspectors with the Division of Regulated Child Care say Howard did not report bruising when she called in her concerns, and that, quote, based on the description that the staff person in charge gave to intake, the concern did not meet the criteria for Child Protective Services. The letter also states Howard did not report information staff gave the state upon later investigation. Details like what her staff observed the week following, that the child appeared lethargic and zombie-like. Investigators write that Howard did not report what her staff reported to the state, that the mother smelled like marijuana at morning drop-off on more than one occasion, and that a sibling cried and wet his pants when the mother's boyfriend cursed over the phone. Howard says she did report the bruising to CPS.
And you're fighting this in court too, right?
I am. And I'm willing to keep filing motion after motion because it's not fair and I don't feel that they should be able to do this.
Howard and her attorney filed a request for appeal. She believes there are gray areas when it comes to reporting what could be signs of abuse, and she wants laws to be more black and white.
This is my life. This is my life. And I'm not going to lose. I'm not losing nothing else. I've cried a lot. I've stayed in the bed. I've stayed down. I'm not staying there no more.
You believe you're going to open again?
I believe I will.
In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Well, right now, Howard is still paying rent on the building, hopeful that she'll be open again soon. She's also talking to other daycare owners in the state to see how they are dealing with gray areas, what she calls gray areas, when it comes to reporting incidents to CPS.